if you suffer from the self-imposter syndrome, this video will give you the reason why and the solution. Stick until the end. Have you ever experienced anxiety or self-doubt before starting a new project? Or do you often compare yourself to other people and you feel like you're falling short, even though there is evidence that proves the contrary? Do you ever worry that others might find out that you're not as competent as you are? Most importantly, have you ever felt like you don't deserve your accomplishment despite working hard for them? If you answered yes to the previous questions, then this video is for you, because in the first part we will understand what is the self-imposter syndrome and the different types. In the second part we will see the triggers and the causes, and in the third part the solutions. Please be aware that a lot of people suffer from the self-imposter syndrome, and that's why put some efforts so that we don't suffer from it anymore. The imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern where people doubt themselves even before starting a project. They already feel like they are a failure, a fraud, or for example, if they accomplish something, then they will say it was just luck, or it was thanks to this person, but it wasn't thanks to me. So basically, it's like you don't deserve your achievements, even if you worked for them or if you're going to work for them, okay? You already feel like a fraud. You already feel like someone will call you out for not being as competent as they think you are. And you, feeling like an imposter, you're always going to tell yourself, I'm not good enough, I was just lucky, or I'm not gonna make it, I'm already a failure, without even starting. And it doesn't end here. There are also different types of imposter syndrome. For example, the perfectionist, which puts standards that are so high that even if he meets 99% of their goals, he will not feel satisfied, and he will not delegate because he thinks that people are not as good as him. The superwoman or the superman, which are people that will work so hard, but so hard to prove themselves, and probably also go over people to prove something, and this will often lead to burnout. The natural geniuses, which are people that need to master a skill quickly, and if they cannot do it quickly, then they feel like imposters. And the soloists feel like they always have to do everything by themselves without asking for any help, because they think that asking for help is weak, and therefore they will try to do everything by themselves. Last but not least, the experts. They think and they believe that they always need training and new certifications because they are afraid of being exposed as not enough knowledgeable or not enough experts in their fields. So they will always seek out for more training and always work hard to get them. But this is also a type of imposter syndrome. So I have asked ChatGPT what are the reasons why people are feeling the self-imposter syndrome. I also looked into my reasons. Why do I feel sometimes to have this self-imposter syndrome and feel like I cannot accomplish a project, I cannot keep up with my YouTube? Why do I have it? And I found one common denominator. Let me tell you real quick what ChatGPT told me. First, work environment. Usually we work in high pressure environments where everyone is trying to prove something to the boss, so it becomes very toxic. So all these colleagues are being competitive, working hard to get this promotion and to be seen. Okay, family and culture. Okay, if you were born into a strict family, you will see yourself all the time compared to other students. Or why is Miss A getting all A's, straight 20 out of 20s, and you're not able to do it? Why are you not good at math like Sarah? Why are you not doing medicine school like Roberto? I don't know, I'm making just examples that I also received in my personal life. So there is always this problem, which is comparison. And therefore the other common denominator is comparing yourself to other people. Imagine you were in this world where there was no one but you, okay? You are the only person in this world. You have to do still your job, you have all the tools to do your job, you would do it, and you would be the only one doing that job. So you wouldn't feel like an imposter because there is no one to compare to or to relate to. You would do just your job. Therefore, the trigger to this self-imposter syndrome is not you not having enough skills or not being able to succeed or not having enough luck and so on, but it's how you compare to other people. Because imagine a world without people but you wouldn't have this. You would just carry on, do your job, read your books, do your life, and you wouldn't feel all this pressure. So how are you gonna stop comparing yourself to other people? We are going to fix this problem, but first let's start from the basics and face the reality as it is. The first practical step is to reduce your consumption of social media. Social media has boomed. You can see people from the United States, from Australia, from Europe, from wherever in the world. There are 1 billion people on social media, okay? And everyone is achieving certain things, living their best life. Everyone is doing the most on social media. This is what you see with your eyes. This is what you're exposed to, and therefore your brain believes that everyone is doing better than you, okay? But you don't know if it's true. And maybe it's true, and that's great for them. This is what God gave them, okay? What can you do about it? Reduce the consumption of social media. Seriously, because every time you scroll, you're gonna see another person, and another person, and another person. And remember, there are 1 billion people actively using these platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and so on. So it's up to you at this point. If you wanna spend your time and energy looking at every single person on this earth using social media, living their best life, or you start living your best life according to your own terms. How can you do that? Is by putting the focus again on yourself, okay? When you were a kid and you were crying because you wanted a snack from your mom or you wanted to play a certain game, it's because the focus was on yourself. You wanted something, therefore you wanted to get it, okay? So you would cry about it. You would do something about it to get that snack, that game, and so on. So stop living other people's lives and focus again on yourself. Every single time you have these doubts, please think about all of your achievements, okay? And an achievement can be as simple as brushing your teeth in the morning, making breakfast, helping your mom with groceries. Focus on the facts. What have you done in your life that was really good and that you can do again and do even better? The game here is to love yourself again. Because doubts of failing, doubts of being an imposter, not as an expert, or being found out as a fraud, it's because you don't trust yourself. You don't love yourself enough to tell you, no, you shouldn't think this way. I have done so many things in my life until now. Why can I not do even more and bigger, okay? If you think that you've never done anything meaningful in your life, think again. Or go outside and smile at the first person you see in the streets. Just that, it's a big accomplishment of kindness. Let me tell you something. The world is divided in two parts. There are people that are extremely unlucky, and there are people that are super lucky. If you're watching this video, it's because you are in the lucky side of this world. Therefore, you can change your reality all the time. You have access to internet. You need to be grateful for your device with which you're watching this video. Therefore, always list down 5 things you're grateful for. Because those 5 things you're grateful for, it's because you have accomplished something. Okay, in your life, you have made it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have those 5 things you're grateful for. What else can you do? It's to break down your goals into small steps. Every single time you reach that step, you compliment yourself. You give yourself a tap on the back and you tell yourself, amazing, I have done it. Let's go. Let's keep it up. And even if you fail, you didn't fail. You just got started because you tried something new in your life. So that's not failure. That's just getting started. Okay, this didn't work out, fine, let's go. Let's move on to the next thing. And then let's do it again and again and again until you have the success that you deserve. Because you deserve success, okay? And chill, because there is no competition, okay? The only person you're competing with is yourself. How are you gonna show up for yourself? How are you gonna tell yourself that you deserve success? You're competing against yourself. You're not competing with David from your class or John from the workplace. There is no such thing. You're competing with yourself on how you're gonna love yourself and how you're gonna thank yourself for whatever you have been doing. Also remember that if you want something so badly, it's because in the quantum field, and we're gonna talk about this in the next video, you already have it. It's something that you can visualize and you already have it. Right now you fear for it because you're scared that by comparing yourself to other people, you don't have enough skills or abilities to achieve it. But it's just you against you. And that's why it's important that you understand and learn how to love yourself. Enough with social media, gossiping about other people. Focus on yourself, okay? Break big goals into small actionable tasks. Obviously, success doesn't happen overnight, so you're gonna achieve it gradually. But every single time you achieve the step that you have written down, then please congratulate yourself, okay? It's important to recognize small achievements as well as big achievements. Every time you doubt yourself, keep a journal with your small achievements, big achievements, so that you can go back to this book and read that indeed you made it before, so you can make it now. You had worst obstacles before, so you can make even better now, okay? If you focus on yourself, the rest is just background noise. Practice gratitude, because if you have what you have right now, it's because you're in the lucky side of this world. Remember that there is also a very unlucky side where people, no matter what they do, they will not have this luck, okay, unless they really push themselves. So you really need to be grateful that you are on the lucky side of this world. Leave a comment, ask me your questions. Let's see how we can tackle the issue if it's really difficult for you to overcome this fear and this self-imposter syndrome. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it has been helpful for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, because this will help me overcome my self-imposter syndrome. And I'm gonna wish you a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! If you answered yes to one of these questions, then baby, are you okay?